Hey, what's going on YouTube? 603 Diggers here. I figured I'd take a moment and show you guys a little bit what I found around the state of New Hampshire. Here we get the my Croto Bell collection. You got the bicycle bell I found in the river this past couple of months. Some other Croto bells I found in the river. That is a hook and ladder fireman badge from the early 1900s. And we get a wagon registration. And we got some coins. My 8 real. And that trigger guard there, that came out of Bloody Point, the Bloody Point massacre over at Hilton Park. Low tide, I ended up getting that, along with a lot of round balls. That there's another one of my prized possessions. That's a black powder flask, early black powder flask. And then we got a drill pull excursion. Then I have my pieces of my Civil War belt sword plate. And then one of my older coins. Let me get in here and I'll show you. We found that in the field same day with a Fujio. Now that's a Constellatio, that's a Vermont copper. 1785. There's the date right there. I haven't had a chance to put these in my coin case, which I'll show you in a minute. This is another cool coin I found. It's thick. I almost thought it was a cartwheel penny. And we got some cat busts. That one there was really weird. It looks like it's hammered, but it ended up being a New Jersey copper. That one's not it. Let me put these down. If you look, you can see the horse and the plow. Is that the side? Be right here. And this was the only one of these I've ever found. It's a horse rosette. It's got crystal in it. And then you know, we just killed it on the coppers this year. That was at 1803. I found along with this in the field hunt, which was at 1804 half cent. So both of them came out of the same field. And then we got that bad boy. $8 real. And that's 1833. And then this here who follows my channel. That was a great find this year. Yeah, it's a 109th Cavalry. And then I got some coins down there. It's either infantry or cavalry. I'm not sure which one it is. I keep forgetting. But Mr. Midwest out there, he'll let me know. And then down here is a lot of my finds. And we've got toe taps, early spoons. It's all silver right there. We've got a whole thing of shoe buckle frames and parts and suspension. And then the old wedding rings, bands. This was a cool ring. It's 14 karat gold and it's enameled. It's falling apart though, the enamel's coming off it. And then let's see what else is cool. This pin here, this came from the insane asylum in Concord. A nurse's pin, Red Cross pin. There was a couple of real nice things I've gotten out of that ground. I have a where is it? Oh, this too. This here is an umbrella shawl. The handle. And that's all 925. I mean, that thing rang up smoking. I thought it was a tin can. Aluminum can, I'm sorry. And then here's some of my coins I've dug. That was a good dig right there. Then my reals. That was an awesome dig. 1733 King Philip one. And then a 1774 two. Some Flying Eagles. My seated. And let's see. I have a Fujio in there somewhere. And some of my best buttons. We have a Massachusetts State Militia button, some Eagle Eye buttons. That button right there, that Phoenix number 4, that's an awesome button. That button is better than anyone in there. We got artillery buttons. First Militia. See now, the Massachusetts militia buttons, uniform buttons, I found 3 all in the same field. I wonder if they came off the same coat. They had the small little cuff button and the 2 big buttons. And then these ones up here, and the Hampshire State buttons, you got one right there on the bottom, that's toast. And then the one on the top of that, yeah, I kind of messed up and cleaned it a little too much. But, hey, live and learn. And we'll get some old Navy buttons. And some of these, the newer ones I didn't dig. They're from house renovations. Older houses. We do a lot of work for the Portsmouth area, Rye area. And there's historic homes down there. In here, that was a cool find. That was a lady's pin. That's 10K. And then we got another buckle, lead back. Nothing on the front. I thought that was Civil War. And we have some silver spoons. These ones here I dug. They're all stamped coin silver. I don't know if you can see that. Sorry about the focusing, guys. And this one was cool. This is coin silver also. That's a picture of the courthouse. Dated 1774, but I think it's a commemorative spoon. I don't think it's 1774. This one, I believe, 1774. Baby rat tail. This came out of an old tavern, 1700s tavern in New Hampshire. Along with this. Sash buckle. I mean, just the craftsmanship that was put into that back then. Totally, totally awesome. And then we got some Monopoly pieces back there. Early Monopoly. Let's see. Another Haas medallion. You can see where it was pinned to the leather. And this is the smallest piece of silver I've ever dug right here. So it looks like Jiminy Cricket. I'm not sure. Then I have, oh gosh, they just go on forever. You know, my flat buttons. Yeah, sorry, it's all messed up because my dog got a 180-pound Mastiff and bull in a china shop. You know, these are some real early buttons. Come over here because I've got some real nice cufflinks in there. That square set came out of a foundation from the 1700s. It was, I believe, Governor Wentworth. A bunch of dandies. My open face buttons. Those are so rare to come by. Ball buttons. And some of the toys I've picked up out of the ground over the years. Well, not that. That was an attic find. This here came out of a floor of an old restaurant, which it's 925. Let me back up. It's a letter opener. It opens right up. The case is all 925. The handle's 925. My marbles. My wife says I lose them. No, I don't. I collect them. And then we've got, oh, this was another cool find. Those are both together. Dump find. And I believe they are napkin holders. Yeah, they weren't beat. They were just found. Sitting along where somebody could pick them up. And then a pristine flat button. Got some of my bottles. That ginger beer is awesome. I like that. A lot of the marbles I got out of the river. And we got my old Cokes. Big Bertha. Swing that all day. Oh, this is another thing I found. Now I got this. I was all excited. You know, it's been the second one I've ever found. Morgan. On the back, it's a fake. This is copy. I don't know if you guys can see that to the left hand side, but it's got the weight. I mean, I noticed something funky with the coin. I just started rubbing on it. You know, it was silver plated over. So I wonder how many of them are out there. I was stoked too. This was another find that came out of a haunted asylum in Concord. And she's sober. A lot of the religious, from the old churches I hit, there's a lot of religious medallions in there. And some of them are 925. And this honking thing, right there, got the old Navy symbol on it. That's 925, and that also came out of Hilton Park. I cleaned it up, but you know, I tried not to take most of the patina off it, but salt water really did a number on it. Then we have some shoe buckles back there. This is one of my first full buckles. And that came out of a colonial home site. Shape and everything's intact. Missing a tooth on the tongue. Excuse me. And then this here, this piece, and this piece. Now, I looked and looked and looked and studied up on it and researched it, and believe it or not, it's a button. So that would have went there. The button would have went inside it, and then it, you know, it hooked to your garment. And we have some key fobs, some picture frames. This was cool too. Tetsuko key fob. Trying to find that Fujio for you guys. Oh yeah. Yeah, that came out of the river. It's Art Deco, you know, 1920s. That was a river find. Beach find, I'm sorry. Up at Weir's Beach. People lose a lot of stuff during motorcycle weekend. The coin's plated. 24 karat plated. Bicentennial Yeah, right. Yeah, bicentennial. But the chains, 24K. And that goes up here with my other chains. Then we got the ring I found at our swimming hole. This here is a chunky monkey. That's 10K. Thank God for rap music, because we wouldn't have this big gold. But there's one thing I've been wanting to do, is I found this class ring. And it's dated 1952, and it's silver. And then they got the adjusters in there, which are gold. And it's from Ohio. I've done a lot of research on it, and I've tried getting a hold of the alumni. And just no go. You know, I'd love to get back to the gentleman who lost it. Or lady who lost it. But some guys got small fingers too. And then there's another one. No stone. Then we get some of the Zippos I found. Oh, sorry guys. Dug that. Zippo case. It's silver plated. But it's an older one. A lot of your Zippos you can tell from the script. Let me back it up here. Everything's going blurry. There you go. So really any script like that's 80s, mid 80s. Now here's another one I dug. And you see the script on that. It's different. And that one will put you back to the 70s. That's my horse barking. Ava, enough. And that's the other one I dug in my video. And that script's different. You know, that's how you can tell. They've got an app on them. I mean, Zippo's date way back. This is another cool one. That is a World War II trench lighter. How lighters evolved. Yeah, I got a little collection going on with some zips. And then the locks. I think, you know, this here was cool. I found this tag, which is actually a license plate to a wagon. And the home I found that at is where I found some of my New Hampshire military buttons. Oh yeah. And then you got the old big carbine. That was at Bloody Point. The Bloody Point Massacre. Newington, New Hampshire. Another silver spoon. This was dug in a field. It's got a coat of arms on it, and that's coin silver also. Oh, I'm trashing my cabinet, guys. Yeah, I'm not gonna go through that stuff. That's just buckles and pieces of knee buckles, bat wing buckles. Yeah, I'll get this one to show you. And there's another pendant. I dug one this weekend with Rob, and mainly dirt fishing. And we got another sash buckle. You know, hunting here in New Hampshire, there's so much old stuff. It's, you know, I can tell it's not a pin because it's connected both sides. Strap would have went through there. And some of the pocket knives I picked up in the river. Let's see. Then the Tootsies. I like the old Tootsies. Those are cool. But I never really dig them. I dig a lot of old matchboxes, but I'm not at the places to dig them because I'm one to be, you know, I like 1800 or better. You know, I do the parks. And if you could just see the size of this jar, it's just filled with dug chains from the past 2 seasons. And other oddball stuff. I think that's a casino token. But yeah, it's all river change, beach change, lake change. And the sad thing is half the pennies in there are rotted. Nobody will take them. Yeah, and then you got the boys down there, KG and Mingy, and some of my old bottles. I got some blob tops in there. This is a cool one right here. That come out of the river, that come out of the Merrimack. Barrington and Sons, Manchester, New Hampshire. Yeah, you know what that is? I've got a ton of those. Let's see, my other good bottle. And then we got some flasks down there. We got a blank slug plate, blob top, and it was a shame because it broke, and I broke it, but it's still cool. And then my 6-pack of Budweiser hankies. That's from the 60s. Yeah, so I share a little bit what I got with you guys. I mean, I've got another full cabinet. I'm gonna take my coin case apart and look for this Fujio. It's bugging me, and I'll show you and get back with you. Alright guys, I found it. That's me Fujio. There you go, there's a good shot. You see the rings around it? And it's Hoard. It's one of the coins Ben Franklin represented. Had the 13 colonies on the front, each one of them rings. And on the back it had the mind your own business. So I got 3 state coppers, and then these 2. I got the Jersey, I got a Virginia, and I got a Mass. Now you can call that Constellatio Vermont copper. Yeah, the light's terrible. And we got the Trimes. Got 3 of those.
A bunch of King Georges, King George 1. I think my earliest King George is 1722. That'd be my oldest coin. Foreign coin. But I've got cat bust, drake bust. My oldest silver, American silver, is probably a toss-up between the seeded dimes and my trimes. But you know, that's the hobby right there. You know, you're saving history. I'll beep all day and not get nothing. Next day I'll go out, beep, and it makes a world. You know, you find something cool and it's awesome. It's like, who was the last person that touched that? I mean, somebody made a wizard out of that. They made a love token. You know, it's over 300 years old. You know, soldier go in and buy beers, buy drafts. Local tavern lost it. I mean, you never know. There's so much history in New Hampshire, all along the seacoast. I mean, New England. You know, I do a lot of hunting in Dover, and Dover's another old settlement. I mean, it's not as old as Plymouth or, you know, anything like that. But so that's pretty much all my stuff in that cabinet. I've got odds and ends everywhere. My wife gets mad at me. I mean, I can pull out behind the chair and I've got boxes of stuff. I've got boxes of stuff in my basement. That box is loaded full of stuff. I mean, there's no end to it. But, you know, this is 30 years of doing it. You're not going to go right out there first time beeping every beep and expect to get something. I mean, digging all that, I probably dug, I could fill easily a 1-ton truck full of garbage. So everything's not treasure when you dig it, but when you do dig it, I mean, you score hard. Like, I got a lot of buttons in here because they're missing the shanks. You know, just oddball stuff. This thing here is filled with. We got some pewter buttons in there. We got a lot of flat buttons in there. Indians. And then all the ox knobs in the corner. I like collecting these. But it's so disappointing. You're in the field and you hear one of them go off and it's like, yeah, copper. No, ox knob. Dig these a lot up here. Lipstick tubes. Scale I got at one of the dumps. But yeah, I figured I'd give you a little look at why I do this hobby and why I love this hobby. And just awesome. You know, history is so cool. And when I was in school, I hated history. Alright guys, you have a good week. Don't work too hard. It's supposed to be nice out. And we'll catch you on the next video. Later guys.